Hello everyone, I Jhalak Patel, Assistant Professor at LG Institute of Engineering and Technology in the Department of Electronics and Communication, welcoming you to the session of Power Electronics. Today I am going to discuss about Unit 1, Characteristic of Semiconductor Power Devices with topic TRIAC and its characteristic, its pros and cons, some problems related to TRIAC and basics of MCT. So let's start the session. As we discussed the basics of VI characteristic of TRIAC in the last lecture, that it looks like this and it operates in basic three regions: blocking state or off state, second transition or unstable state, and third conduction or on state. We already discussed about first two state in the last lecture. So let's start with the conduction or on state of TRIAC. So to operate in the third state, means to conduction and on state, here you can see that the TRIAC will operate on the first quadrant and the third quadrant. Now how it will operated and how the operation will take place, that we will see in the operation of TRIAC in different modes. Here you can see that there is four different mode: mode 1 plus, mode 1 minus, mode 3 plus and mode 3 minus. Now now the question is when TRIAC will be operated in the first quadrant. So here from figure you can see that for mode 1 plus, here there are two terminal MT2 and MT1. So to operate in first quadrant, MT2 should connected with the positive terminal. Here you can see in both the mode 1 plus and mode 1 minus that MT2 is connected with the positive terminal and MT1 is connected with the negative terminal. That means MT2 is greater than MT1 to operate in this first quadrant. And when it operate in a third quadrant, so as you see in this figure that this MT2 terminal is connected with the negative and MT1 terminal is connected with this positive. So when this happens, means when MT2 has less value compared to MT1, then TRIAC will be operated in the third quadrant. Now the question is when this mode 1 plus and when the mode 1 minus, means when the sign is positive and when the sign is negative. So for this you have to consider this gate terminal. Here you can see in both the figure there is G, means here the gate terminal is connected. Gate is provided to control the device. So this is gate, this terminal is also gate terminal. Here this is gate terminal and this is gate terminal. So this will decide the sign of the mode. So for mode 1 plus, the gate current is gate terminal is connected with the positive. That's why it is operated in a mode 1 plus. Here in mode 1 minus you can see that this gate terminal is connected with the negative terminal. That's why here mode 1 minus. Same way for mode 3 minus, you can see this gate is connected with the negative. That's why mode 3 minus. And mode 3 plus means this gate terminal is connected with positive, means mode 3 plus. So this is how it operates in mode 1 and mode 3 and positive and negative. So let's once again discuss the individual modes of operation. First is mode 1 plus. So as we discussed in the figure in the last slide, that mode 1 plus is when MT2 is connected with the positive terminal. That means MT2 is positive with respect to MT1 because MT1 is connected with the negative terminal and MT2 is connected with the positive terminal. Mode 1 plus positive sign is because of gate current, means it is operated on positive gate current. That's why gate current is positive for this mode 1 plus. Next is TRIAC operates in a first quadrant. That's why here mode 1 means operate in first quadrant. Now the another point of operating mode is about the sensitivity. So sensitivity is inversely proportional to the amount of current. Here the gate current is positive, but amount of that gate current is less. That's why it offers the more sensitivity. It is a most sensitive mode of operation because in this mode obviously the positive gate current is passing, but the amount of gate current is very less as compared to the other modes. That's why it is most sensitive mode. Next is mode 1 minus. Mode 1 minus means again operate in a first quadrant, means MT2 is connected with the positive terminal and MT1 is connected with the negative terminal. Again MT2 is greater than MT1. Here mode 1 minus means gate current is negative in this case. Obviously due to this it operates a junction gate operation due to negative gate current. Here the sensitivity, for the sensitivity purpose we can say that for this mode some amount of more current is passing than mode 1 plus. Because of that it offers the some less amount of sensitivity. That's why mode 1 minus is comparatively less sensitive than mode 1 plus. Next mode is mode 3 plus. Mode 3 means it operates on the third quadrant. Third quadrant operation, it takes place when MT2 is connected with the negative terminal and MT1 is connected with the positive terminal. MT2 less than MT2 less than MT1. Here 3 plus because positive sign, because the gate current is positive in this case, but for the amount of gate current we can say that some amount of more current is passing than mode 1 plus. That's why it offers some amount of more sensitivity compared to mode 1 minus, but less sensitive compared to mode 1 plus. It offers the remote gate operation because of this type of construction, means MT2 is comparatively connected with the negative terminal. Due to that type of connection, one extra gate operation will be occur in this mode. That's why it offers the remote gate operation. Now it is more sensitive, but it is less sensitive compared to mode 1 plus. So for sensitivity purpose, mode 1 plus has the highest sensitivity, then comes mode 3 plus. Next is mode 3 minus. Mode 3 minus means operates in a third quadrant, minus sign because gate current is negative in this case. MT2 is negative compared to MT1 and gate current is negative. Here very high amount of current is passing through the device. That's why it offers the least sensitive. So according to this four modes discussion, we can say that the very high current is passing through mode 3 minus when it operates in mode 3 minus. That's why it is least sensitive compared to all the four modes. So for sensitivity purpose, mode 1 plus has the highest sensitivity, then comes mode 3 plus, then mode 1 minus, and lastly mode 3 minus. Okay, so this is the mode of operation for TRAC. Next is about the advantages and disadvantages of TRAC. First, let's discuss the advantages. It can control the power delivered to load. How it can control? Because it has the gate terminal, and because of gate current passing through that, it can easily control. Next is it is equivalent to 2 SCR back to back, means it operates in a bi-directional. That is the biggest advantages of TRAC over SCR, because SCR is a unidirectional, only operates in a one direction, while this TRAC will operate in both the direction. Easy turn on. Easy turn on means and turn off means it has very less amount of switching time. Means immediate turn off is turn on or turn off is provided with that. Now it is not necessary to use protection diode across track. You can also use the resistor and capacitor and inductor with track. Always there is not necessary to use the protection diodes with that. Disadvantages, it also has some limitations because of these features, easy turn on and turn off, and because of the very less amount of switching time, it has affected the dV by dt and di by dt rating. So it has very low amount of dV by dt rating and low amount of di by dt rating. Here for this low dV by dt and low di by dt, some protection circuits should be used across the SCR or track, that we will discuss in the next slide. Next is power ratings. For power ratings, it has some amount of less power rating compared to SCR. Now let's discuss about this low dV by dt and di by dt rating. Snubber circuit. As we know that for track it has a very low amount of dV by dt and di by dt rating. Because of this dV by dt and di by dt rating, to provide the protection, this snubber circuit should be used for dV by dt and di by dt protection. For snubber circuit, it can either be a form of resistor and capacitor, or it can be in a form of inductor and resistor. If we use the resistor and capacitor, then it protect dV by dt rating. If we use the inductor and resistance, then it uses di by dt protection. By using di by dt protection, we can find out the value using this equation. Di by dt is equal to V upon Ls, means supply voltage upon inductor, which is connected for security purpose or for protection purpose. Next is dV by dt. dV by dt is given by 0.632 Vs upon T. 0.632 constant, Vs is the supply voltage, T is the time constant. For dV by dt, it is a combination of resistor and capacitor, like this. This is our dV by dt snubber circuit. So for this, here you can see that resistor and capacitor is connected. If resistor and capacitor is connected with that, then time constant is equal to R into C. That's why for dV by dt, equation should be 0.632 Vs upon Rc. Okay, so let's see one of the example with this snubber circuit. Example number 1. The problem statement is the protection circuit for dV by dt and di by dt is shown in figure. The supply voltage is 300 volt. Calculate the permissible maximum values of dV by dt and di by dt. So consider this figure. Here in figure you can see that it uses both dV by dt and di by dt. I already discussed that for di by dt, resistor and inductor circuit should be there, and for dV by dt, resistor and capacitor circuit should be there. So here 300 volt is our supply voltage, resistor, inductor for di by dt, and for dV by dt this. So let's first calculate about the dV by dt. Equation is for dV by dt 0.632 Vs upon Rc. In the question, supply voltage value is given. Supply voltage is 300, resistor is 15 ohm, and C is 0.1 microfarad. So if we put all the values in the equation, so it looks like this: 0.632 into 300 upon 15 into 0.1 into 10 raised to minus 6. If you solve this, the answer will be like this: 126.4 into 10 raised to 6 volt per second. So you can also write it in a term of microsecond. If you want to write this answer in term of microsecond, then it is like this: 126.4 volt per microsecond. Now let's calculate the di by dt. Di by dt, for current rating, inductor should be considered. So equation is Vs upon L, means supply voltage upon the value of inductor. So supply voltage is 300. L is inductor value, it is 150 into 10 raised to minus 6 because 150 microhenry is given. 150 into 10 raised to minus 6. If you put, the answer will be 2 into 10 raised to 6 ampere per second. You can again write it in a term of microsecond, like 2 into 10 raised to 6 in place of 10 raised to 6. You can also answer like 2 ampere per microsecond. Let's see one another example related to this protection circuit. Calculate the value of time constant to protect the SCR from the applied dV by dt rating if the rating is 100 volt per microsecond. Here consider the supply voltage as 500 volt. So for this example, here we have to find out the time constant value. Obviously, because the use of dV by dt, the time constant is a combination of resistor and capacitor. So time constant T equal to R into C. So we have to find out the T. For dV by dt, we know the equation. dV by dt is equal to 0.632 Vs upon T. Now we have to find out the value of this capital T. So we've put all the values in the equation. dV by dt is given 100 volt per microsecond. So we put 100 upon microsecond means 10 raised to minus 6. So it is like this, 100 upon 10 raised to minus 6, because volt per, please note यहाँ पर microsecond, 100 upon 10 raised to minus 6, 0.632 into supply voltage 500 upon T. T is equal to 3.16 microsecond. Even there may be some type of example in which you have to find out the value of resistor or capacitor or the value of inductor. So you have to give the answer like this. Similarly, if the time constant is given, then you can find out the resistor and capacitor value with the same equation. Now next is about the applications of TRIAC. So these are the list of application where the TRIAC can be used as a static switches because of the use of the saturation region, as a speed regulators because AC to AC convert can be possible, temperature controller, as a flasher circuit, as a stabilizer, as a dimmer, or as a proximity detector. So these are the list of applications for TRIAC. Next is MCT. MCT, the full form is MOS controlled thyristor. MOS means metal oxide semiconductor controlled thyristor. Basically, MCT has the construction of the MOSFET and with SCR means silicon control rectifier with MOS gate structure is used for MCT. Here in the figure you can see that two transistor with MOS gate structure is used. Here you can see these two transistor, PNP and NPN type of transistor. Both the transistor are used with M channel, with P channel MOSFET and N channel MOSFET. We see about the detail operation of this M1 and M2 in the next lecture, that how it will be operated and how M1 will conduct Q1 and Q2. But basically the construction should consider the two MOSFETs and two transistor with that. Because of this SCR construction, it uses PN junction and it is like this. Here you can see this is M2 is like this, N channel MOSFET, this is our P channel, this is PNP transistor and NPN transistor. So this is the construction of MCT. In the next session we see about how it will be operated in the way from M1 to Q1 and M2 to Q2. Okay, if you have any queries you can ask me at my email ID or WhatsApp me on my number. Thank you for watching.